You know, actually, I'm going to start from the beginning. If it will let me. Yeah. So this is the one here, the Clouded Kokoro. So that was the one where we did last, and the carriage ended up on fire at the end, after the case had been thrown out. So now we're on episode 4. Wow, can I actually select any of these anyway? They're already pre-unlocked? That's interesting. Let's start again. Because I did play through the initial cutscene.
I begin to think, Wilson, said Sholmes, turning his head languidly in my direction, that there is more to this case than that which we have observed. Indeed, that there may be another part to this story that we are yet to discover. His eyes wandered, following the steam rising from his cup of herbal tea, leading him to the distant memory of that snowy evening. To the young lady collapsed on the pavement along Briar Road, and to the knife in her back. Lit in the soft glow of gas lamps, a most extraordinary scene had been set. And under the cover of a light fog, the curtain had risen silently on the insoluble mystery of our invisible killer.
Ooh. Yeah, we saw that last stream. And then I decided, you know what? Let's end it there. Because I won't be playing this for over a week. So, yeah. I didn't want to go too far in. Did you sleep last night, Mr. Naruhodo? No, not at all. It was an enormous hotel, wasn't it? The rooms were so luxurious, I felt like we were staying in a palace. Yes, by the way, the Queen would like a word with you about intruding in her house last night. Wait, what? That was a palace? Yes. And with all the gaslights twinkling, it was brighter than day, even in the middle of the night. What about the enormous beds? After my time on the SS Buria, I wasn't going to waste a single inch of that space. I spent the entire night rolling from one side of the mattress to the other. It's a good way to fall out of bed, if I'm honest. Oh yes, it was really the sort of night you can only dream of normally. Except, when I learnt that we owed £3 for the rooms, that dream quickly turned into a nightmare. Could you maybe thought of checking the prices before booking a room? Just check the prices before. Oops, sorry about that. The building was so impressive and the entrance so inviting, I just wandered in without thinking. This place looks cheap. Yeah, look at these marble arches and, you know, yeah, fine art on the walls. This must cost, nothing to stay here. In a lodging house in Japan, that sum of money would put the roof over your head for a whole year. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't help my tears when we were presented with the bill. Oh no, just doing the wibbly eye thing. Don't do the wibbly eye thing, Sasato. I really am sorry. Well, never mind. We must find some more affordable lodgings straight away, though. If we're not careful, our entire stipend will be used up in 10 days or less. Ugh. London is a scary place. It's fucking expensive as London. Ah, good morning to you at this early hour. Here he is. Oh, yes, good morning to you, Lord Chief Justice. See, that's how you do it, Ryu. Composure. We have come to report on the outcome of the trial at the Old Bailey yesterday. It ended in flames. Quite literally, a case that went down in flames. Sasato-san is amazing. She doesn't bat an eyelid, even in the presence of the imposing Lord Strongheart. Yes, I believe you had a very comprehensive initiation into British courtroom practices. Yes, with the summation examinations and all that stuff, and juries that are able to cast their vote while the case is ongoing. Oh, yes, it was very eye-opening, thank you. And in accordance with your instructions, Lord Strongheart, Mr. Naruhodo performed his duty to the end. The bitter, sweet, confusing end. Yes, I've already been appraised of the events. You conducted a remarkable defense. You may consider the test passed. Oh! No longer are you a student from the Empire of Japan. Plus, this would have been a very short chapter, if they'd have said no. You may henceforth claim to be a fully fledged lawyer. My country is delighted in welcoming young talent from such a remote eastern land. Clap. Just one clap. Excellent. Thank you very much. So, I'm a lawyer now. That sounds like an advice pamphlet, doesn't it, that you find? So, you're a lawyer now. Let's flick through here. Everybody will hate you. Oh. Ooh. You are going to be the butt of many jokes over the years. Oh dear. About how many of you under the water is like just a good start. Now, in view of your new appointment, I have a fresh case in mind for you. I'd like you to take it on at once. Again, with the last-minute cases, I trust that won't be a problem. Another case already. Nothing trains a lawyer better than practical experience, I'm sure. I don't sense dissatisfaction, do I? It's just that yesterday's trial ended unusually. You know, do they all end with the burning of a carriage? I haven't quite come to terms with it yet. What's to come to terms with? The man was cleared. What more were you hoping for? Justice. Not being shouted at by some angry little Irish dude. The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to prefer judgment. Well, Lord Van Zykes? I'm going to keep saying Zykes. Excuse me. Well, Lord Van Zykes, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense. And then, cue the evil laughter. An evil Scrooge McDuck over here. I just can't help wondering if Mr. McGilded really was innocent. Mr. Naruhodo, it was just that I never managed to ascertain the truth, and then the trial ended. I was settling in for round 3.5, or whatever we were on. Well, you needn't let it trouble you for a second longer. Sorry? So, I think McGilded might have been the guy in the carriage. Kinda wondering if that's... I can't imagine anybody who would have been murdered in that situation other than him. Like, there was nobody else in the case important enough to throw in there and bonfire, so... What do you mean, Lord Strongheart? You know, got given the Guy Fawkes treatment. Oh, yeah, Magnus McGilded passed away immediately following the trial. Yeah, if by passed away you mean burned to a crisp. No! What? Mr. McGilded is dead? I mean, I'm sorry, but if you burned to death in a carriage, you didn't just pass away. I have 19 minutes and 41 seconds until my next engagement. Time enough to talk. Alright, well. So what happened? I don't understand. What happened? How can he be dead? After the trial concluded yesterday, there was a great commotion in the Old Bailey. As you presumably recall, an omnibus had been wheeled into the courtroom. An ominous omnibus. At that. It was covered in blood. Well, slightly. Yes, of course, that was the scene of the crime which Mr. McGilded had been accused of. Precisely. Well, while the bailiff's attention was diverted by some of the matter, the omnibus went up in flames. Oh. How could such a thing have happened? It's made of wood. Wood burns. That is being investigated as we speak, but already the police have identified a corpse found inside the charged shell of the carriage as that of Mr. McGilded. That's awful. The man must have slipped inside whilst the bailiff's attention was elsewhere. That bailiff really needs to pay more attention. Is he Gumshoe's, like, ancestor or something? He probably is. He's Detective Gumshoe's ancestor. It's his great-grandfather. And how could that have happened? That is also being investigated as we speak. There's a lot of investigating going on as we speak. Thinking back now, immediately after the trial, Mr. McGilded did mention going back into the courtroom to look at the omnibus. Yeah, there was a copper came up to him and was like, "We're ready for you, sir," and he was going back in to have a look at it. Well, I must be making tracks now. It is time for the inspection. Sorry, what inspection? They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself. An inspection of the omnibus. Not to my knowledge. I don't believe Scotland Yard had any intention of re-examining the carriage. Ooh, curious. But then who was Mr. McGilded talking about? Never mind that now. The Yard is making a thorough investigation. This matter is no longer any concern of yours. Leave it to the police. Poor Mr. McGilded. So, how did you find your first taste of our country's Supreme Court? It was supremely good. Yeah. I was trying to find a funny word then to link in with it being a court, but... Oh well, I don't know. I mean, it was... wow. Strange. It was like being on a quiz show. Mr. Naruhodo means that the whole experience was steeped in the solemnity of Great Britain's long history. Yes, that's exactly what I meant with that stammering. Well, it was... yeah, it was great. Yes. That's exactly what I meant. It's just a weird dialect that I have. It's really a world apart from our own judicial system in Japan, which is only a few short decades old. Wow, Susato-san has such a great way with words! And bullshitting! And you seem to have a way of failing to find the right ones. Did I say that out loud? The judicial system here is the most advanced in the world. Learn all you can. The most advanced in the world, is it? It was fortunate that your very first trial was a simple affair. Simple? That was a simple one? As I believe I mentioned yesterday morning, it was a trial you couldn't lose. I don't mean to be contrary, Lord Strongheart, but the case was anything but simple, and technically we kind of lost it before we did the whole, like, questioning the witnesses thing, when they made their own stupid assumptions, not witnesses, the jurors, because they made their own stupid assumptions. The circumstances of the case were so incriminating, I was stunned when I first heard them. In fact, I'm still finding it hard to... Oh, this is Ryu. I'm doing the other guy's voice. I'm finding it hard to believe we managed to get a favourable verdict. Is something funny? No, my apologies. What he's basically saying is, I rigged it. However, the fact is that you did receive the not guilty verdict you set out to achieve. And that can only be attributed to the exceptional talent, wouldn't you agree? Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I'm not bad, but yeah. I mean, go on then, it was, yeah, I'm pretty good. Well, never mind. You exceeded my expectations, I freely admit. That much at least is an undeniable truth. Which is precisely why I've prepared a new case for you that I mentioned before. What's going on? What was he going to say before? The new case. Could you perhaps give us some more details about the new case you mentioned? Don't tell me. It's a moida. Yes, and the trial starts in 10 minutes, right? And I need another not guilty verdict in order to not be deported from the country. Don't worry, it's nothing so alarming or quite so urgent as your last assignment. In fact, this case is completely different. I see. Did he just read my mind? Ryu, you are easy to read. Get over it. That is to say, no one has died as of yet. And the trial will not be today. There's plenty of time to research the case thoroughly. Oh, cool. 23 hours, 43 minutes, and 19 seconds to be precise. Ah! The trial starts tomorrow then. Is everything alright? Oh, yes, I'm just a little confused, that's all. Yesterday's trial was, well, it left me wondering if I'm really cut out for being a lawyer. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. Ryu. I don't know if I could face standing in that courtroom again after Mr. McGilded's trial. Oh yes, I nearly forgot. There is one similarity with yesterday's case. Once again, there is currently no one to advocate for the defense. Well, that's why I'm doing it, right? Oh. If there was already somebody there, then you wouldn't be asking me to do it. I can work that bit out for myself, thanks. Ow. Jesus. This table, I'm not used to it. I'm hitting it with my knee and everything. If the situation remains unchanged, the trial will start tomorrow with the defendant unrepresented. And if that happens, I need not remind you of the inevitable outcome. The most terrible end awaits the defendant. Yes, that's right. It's off to the tower with him. Oh, here we go again. Your time is up. You will have to excuse me. I would advise you begin making preparations for tomorrow's trial. After all, the clock is ever ticking. Tick, 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 tick. There is now but 23 hours, 26 minutes, and 39 seconds until the court sits. Jesus Christ, dude. Last time he mentioned the 23 hours, he said there was plenty of time. There was, but now there's less of it. You know, he's doing the Lex Luthor and with Superman on the roof in Batman vs Superman, where he's like, when you came here, you had an hour. Now it's less. One more thing, Mr. Naruhodo. There's something I should like to ask you. Oh, what is that? Yesterday you remarked upon something. That you intend to see through the will of your late compatriot, Mr. Asogi. Again with this mysterious other agenda. Which we still think is to assassinate the Queen. I would be interested to hear what exactly you mean by that. Inside 34 seconds. Kazuma always used to say, you see, that he wanted to learn how the greatest justice system in the world worked so he could change ours in Japan. And now that he's gone, I'd like to work towards that myself, and there's another thing. Oh! Another thing. Continue. On the way here on the steamship, he said something to me. There's something very important I have to do. Something very important? What exactly would that be? Yeah, he never had a chance to tell me. I suppose he would have done if he'd ever made it to Great Britain. You're out of time. Well, thank you for an enlightening discussion. This guy. It's like, nope, stop, they're right there. We're done. Mr. Naruhodo, what's this all about? Mr. Asogi never once mentioned anything of the sort to me. Yeah, but I'm his best friend and you're like, you know, the daughter of his teacher, so that's a bit different. Don't take it personally, Susato. I urge you both to focus your attentions on the matter at hand. Oh my god. Wait a minute. Does that guy have... Oh god, he has like a cone of chips or something. Does he have like a cone of chips in his hand? Oh, that is so British. I've taken the liberty of summoning the police inspector in charge of the case. He'll be able to appraise you of the details. How long has he been there? He was inside the suit of armor. He just stepped out now for a breather, so he can eat his chips. It's really hard to eat chips, like getting them through the eye slot. Makes a mess. So I wish you the best of luck and bid you farewell. There's something very important I have to do. Kazuma-sama, what did you mean? I wish I knew, but honestly, he never told me. Anyway, we'd better talk to the detective, don't you think? His chips are getting cold. Yes, you're right. I hope I'm just imagining it, but I wouldn't say he looks pleased to see us at all. So if we examine the dude and his chips. Oh my god, yes. He's got fish and chips in a cone. Wait, what? Did it just grow back? Where do I buy these fish and chips? Oh my god, I want them. Just infinite fish and chips. This is some Doctor Strange shit. Could we trouble you? What do you think? Huh? Lovely weather, isn't it? What's the weather got to do with anything? Oh, listen to me, you young Japanese upstart. Some frippery about the weather doesn't get every English gent eating out of your hand, you know. Oh, but Susato told me it was foolproof. No. I'm a busy man. I'm a very busy man. There's a crime scene to investigate, but I'm here having to give the likes of you a talking to. Oh, I'm ever so sorry. Can you imagine what the other officers there will be saying? Haven't seen Gregson anywhere, have you? No, he's too busy with the bigwigs these days. All because some bumpkin who's here on a jaunt from a country I've never even heard of. Hear that ripping sound? That's my reputation at the yard going to tatters. There's no need to rip into us as well, dude. Jesus. I don't believe we've been introduced. Here we go. She's just bringing the tone right down. This is Mr. Ryunosaki Naruhodo, a defense lawyer. Eh? It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant. It's lovely weather we're having today, isn't it? Oh my god. Oh, well, yes. It's unseasonably fine, I grant you. London winters don't see a lot of sunshine. Oh my god. Unbelievable. How did she pull that off? By being adorable. That's why. So, Lord Strongheart has asked me to fill you in on the case. The name's Tobias Gregson. Inspector Gregson to you. I'm from Scotland Yard. Gregson? Inspector Gregson? What's the matter with Susato-san? Does this detective's name mean something to her? Inspector, are you perhaps the Inspector Gregson? We'll take that as a yes. You're acting like you know this man, Miss Susato, but he's a London detective. Oh, I do know him. Very well, in fact. Very well? Yes, he features prominently in The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Oh no. Oh no, we're gonna cross paths with him again. Oh, in that publication, what's it called again? The Rands magazine? Freya! Hello! Yes, every British detective eats fish and chips from a cone, exactly, and he's got infinite fish and chips. He takes a bite out of it a couple of times, and then more pops back up afterwards. This guy is Doctor Strange. Pretty good. How are you today, Freya? Good to see you. Also, guys, if there's any problems with the stream quality-wise, please let me know, because I'm running on my parents' internet, not my fiber optic service. And theirs is a bit slower, although I've done speed tests and test streams and everything looks great, but if there's any stuttering, hitching, buffering, all that kind of stuff, just let me know. Don't worry about it. Even if you think it's on your end, just let me know, because I'm going to need all the feedback I can get. I'm trying to decide whether or not I cancel my fiber optic service because this might be fast enough. They've got a 30 meg line, I had a 200 at home. But they've got 10 meg upload, and I had 15 at home on my 200 line. So this should be okay, and it's all Ethernet wired in. But I'm using one of those power line plugs, so let me know if there's a problem with the stream or anything at any point, because OBS doesn't always tell me everything. So, looks fine? Nice. Thank you. You're doing good as well? Awesome, Freya. Glad to hear it. How's your week been? Have you been well? That's right, Inspector Gregson and Mr. Sholmes enjoy a wonderful friendly rivalry. Oh my god, so this guy is basically the Lestrade. Because we've already had Lestrade, haven't we? That was the girl from the last case. She was called Lestrade. If I remember, wasn't she? The thief? I'm sure she was called Lestrade. I can't remember now. It's been over a week. Really? You rival the great Mr. Sholmes? That's incredible. Oh, well, I don't know about that. Mr. Sholmes isn't a professional like myself, of course, but he does come up with the goods from time to time. Mr. Sholmes is equally complimentary about you, Inspector, isn't he? You've earned his highest praise. Gregson is the pick of a bad lot of all of Scotland Yarders. Those were his own words. Oh no. You've been okay, chilled as per, a lot as per. Yes, that's it. Gotta stay chill. That's his highest praise. Well, Mr. Sholmes isn't particularly known for giving compliments, you see. That he's not, and thanks to that magazine, my name's known all over London town now. That's great, isn't it? I have to admit that to start with it was a little, well, flattered by all the attention. Everyone wanted to shake my hand, and my reputation at the yard went through the roof. That's wonderful. No, it is not! Don't squish your fish and chips, dude! Squish your fish and chips. No, don't do that. There's nothing more sinister than the man on the street. People are always looking at me now. They're whispering rumours about me under their breath, I'm sure. Rumours? Are you quite sure? He's changed since he started appearing in those stories. The fame's gone to his head. Stuff like that. Dude, you changed, man. You used to be cool. Gosh, do you really think people are saying such mean-spirited things about you? Yeah, it's London. Like I said, they whisper, so I can't catch exactly what they're saying, but I know what folk are like. I'm sure that's what they're saying. Sure as eggs are eggs. Or eggs is eggs. I get the feeling this detective could be very hard work. Tusa! What's up, dude? Guilty! Off with her head! Yeah, that's Susato. You're guilty. We're gonna have to... Yeah. How's it going, Tusa? Good to see you, dude. How's life? Oh dear, perhaps the sudden rise of fame does change people. So, about the case that the Lord Chief Justice mentioned before? Nothing to tell, really. As far as we're concerned at the yard, it couldn't be simpler. Alright, about half done with work. Nice. Good stuff. Oh dear, that probably means that as far as we're concerned as lawyers, it couldn't be more complicated. Yes. I wish you were wrong about that, but I have a nasty feeling you're right. Well, what if he means it's an open and shut case as in, yeah, this guy's almost certainly innocent? Although the police don't work like that, do they? Not very helpful. You need healing. DPS queues are kicking your ass. Oh. A young woman was walking along the pavement on Briar Road when she was stabbed from behind. Fortunately, it wasn't fatal, but she's still laid up in hospital unconscious. That's despicable. What sort of coward would attack a poor woman from behind? I suppose you would have to finished. I suppose you would have finished whoever it was off with a Susato takedown, wouldn't you? That is neither here nor there, Mr. Naruhodo. Brace yourself, Ryu. You've angered her now. Hurricane Susato is coming after you. Well, it would be Typhoon, wouldn't it? It would be in Japanese, but yeah. Typhoon Susato is coming for you. Anyway, after something of a whirlwind investigation, the criminal was arrested. He barely had time for a cup of tea after the incident took place, to be honest. See, look, infinite fish and chips. Look at that. Takes a couple of bites, then boop, pops back up. So there must have been something left at the scene that led you directly to the culprit? Or perhaps a reliable witness who recognized the person in question? Let me stop you right there. You're wasting your time on this one. Sorry. There's nothing you can do. There's no way to help the bloke now. Why ever not? Simple. Did he just put the fish and chips in his pocket? Actually, you know what? This is a little known fact, but in England, you can buy coats like the one he's wearing, big coats that have a special fish and chip pocket, just in case you need it for times like this. That's the truth. Would I lie to you guys? That is the truth. You're grinding your tankalt. Ooh. The prosecutor that's been assigned to the trial tomorrow. Oh, here he is. Lord Baroque van Zykes. Oh no. Sounds like you've heard of him then. Yeah, we had the pleasure yesterday. We're very familiar with Lord van Zykes. Or Zykes. I like Zykes. It's like yikes, but Zykes! Believed to be the harbinger of death itself, the Reaper of the Old Bailey. Yeah, so about this Reaper of the Bailey. Lord Baroque van Zykes, who we faced in court only yesterday. Mr. McGill had told us about him from before the trial, didn't he? When Van Zykes stands for the prosecution, they call the accused as sacrificial lambs. And in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned. Also, guys, if I were to ever do any great Ace Attorney cosplay, it would be Zykes. It would be Van Zykes. I'd love to do that. This Reaper of the Bailey's nickname. I suppose he's earned that because every defendant he advocates against is found guilty. Is that it? Well, if that's the case, we should inform you, Inspector, that in yesterday's trial against Lord Van Zykes, Mr. Naruhodo secured a verdict of not guilty. Ah, and what of it? Oh, well, I think that means that even against the Reaper of the Bailey, it's not impossible to save the defendant. Technically, though, the guy died in a fire afterwards. I wonder if that's why they call him the Reaper of the Bailey. It's like, no, he doesn't have a perfect record of, like, getting all... Because I don't think we were told specifically that every trial he's, like, been undefeated and that he always gets a guilty verdict. They just said that all of the accused are damned. In other words, even the ones that, like, get found not guilty probably have some horrible thing happen to them shortly afterwards. I bet that's what this is. I was wondering that before. No, you really don't have a clue, do you? What do you mean? What happened to that bloke in the end, eh? He's dead. Magnus McGilded came a cropper in that omnibus when it went up in flames. So you can't rightly say you saved the defendant, can you? But what are you saying? Look, if Van Zykes could get the dirt to stick on everyone, he'd be a miracle worker. But that's not how it goes. He doesn't work miracles, he works magic. Black magic. I'd have a good long think about that if I were you. Hey, as long as I'm not in the crosshairs, that's fine. Are we really supposed to believe that? There we go. Infinite fish and chips. Boop. That is so cool. Look at that. Pop. It's back. Right, well, I've filled you in as requested and I'm very nearly out of chips. Really? You mean there is an actual bottom to that cone? Holy shit. So I'll be heading back to the crime scene now. We're still carrying out a few investigations there. It was Briar Road, you said, didn't you, where the incident took place? That's correct, ma'am. And if you head over to the holding cells, you can meet the criminal himself. You've branded him a criminal already. He's as good as. Shaking like a leaf in his cell, he is. It'll give you a chuckle if nothing else. He's inmate 53. Speak to the jailer and he'll show you the way. 53. Thank you. So, no helping anyone against the Reaper of the Bailey, that's what they say. Is something troubling you, Mr. Naruhodo? To tell the truth, when I recall the trial yesterday, I can't stop myself from shaking. The idea of facing the Reaper in court again is... Well, if you think it's too much for you, there's no shaming turning the case down. That takes courage too. But if the man they've arrested is innocent, you could well imagine he would be shaking like a leaf in his cell. And I, for one, wouldn't find the sight of that funny. So, if I'm honest, I'm still reeling from the shock of yesterday's events myself. And I'm really not sure if I'll be able to help this man, whoever he is. But I'd like to try. So, I think I'm going to make some inquiries. Will you help? Did you really think you had to ask? After all, I am your judicial assistant. Thank you. So then, shall we? Yes! Let's go! Onward! Briar Road and the prison. Let's go to the prison first. Let's meet our new client. Very atmospheric. Now, these are British prison cells. You get a candle? Ooh, swanky. Oh, they're ghastly. It feels just like a dungeon. That's exactly what it is. And having experienced it in Japan myself, I can assure you that our wooden cells feel a lot cozier than these cold stone walls. Oh, don't, Mr. Naruhodo, you're making it seem worse. Hey, Leonard, how's it going? Nice to see you. How is everything with you? Good to see you today. Happy Monday. Apparently our client is here in this cell. But it's so dark back there I can't make him out. I wonder what he's like. Not bad, how are you? Awesome! Good, I'm glad to hear it. I'm not bad, I'm tired. I'm not as bad as I was at the weekend, though. As you can tell, with no green screen and everything, I've moved now into my parents' house. I'm actually in my sister's old bedroom. Hence, the walls are not really horrible colour. But, yeah, I'm now in my sister's old bedroom here. My other bedroom, there, my old bedroom, is where I sleep. Both rooms full of boxes. I've unpacked 2 of them today before needing to set all this up. I got the PC all set up on Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. I started setting it up Saturday. So it's mostly all set up now and it's all working fine. The stream setup was ready to go for today. I tested the internet connection and it seems to be working okay. You know, I'm able to stream at my usual bitrate, so not bad. I'm thinking if this works out over the next couple of days, I'm just going to cancel my service, my fiber optic service, because I'm not going to need it. It's just one less thing to keep paying for while I'm waiting to go to Canada. So yeah, that'll save me some money, like 60 quid a month. So yeah, could be a good idea. But I was exhausted. By the time Saturday rolled around and finished, I had a splitting headache. I ached all over. I still have a pain on my shoulder blade up here on the top. Like, ow. It's all knotted up, so... But other than that, I'm good. I took yesterday off and just chilled, and it was nice. Inmate 53, your legal representative is here to see you. Oh, it's very busy, yeah. Next time I'm just going to get a moving company. Like, you know, I've probably spent as much in diesel as it would have cost me, you know, like going back and forth from my house to my parents with boxes in my car. You know, and I've still got some more stuff to move. Thursday we're going on to get all the big heavy stuff. We've got a van. So, and my uncles are coming with me and my dad to help out. So yeah. Stop hiding in the back of the cell and show your face at once. Am I Am I a cat, as yet with no name? Calling me by a number? It's utterly unbelievable. Unjustly unreasonable. I refuse to answer. Oh my. Mr. Naruhodo. What? What do you think is going on here? I have no idea, but I wasn't just hearing things, was I? That tirade of complaints was in Japanese. Oh no! It's... oh. I was gonna say, is it friggin... what's his name? But wow, okay, it's weirdy eyebrow dude. What the fuck? Look at those eyes! Dude, he's seen some shit. This guy has seen some shit in his life. He's like a Japanese Edgar Allan Poe. What the hell? I was thinking it would be the Inspector. That would... except we haven't seen him yet. What's his... Hosonaga. We haven't seen Hosonaga in a while. So, yeah. Excuse me, but... oh, shh, quiet. God. This guy's a bit twitchy. They're all around, hiding. I know they are. They're watching, listening. Even now, I can sense it. Okay. I'm gonna go with the insanity plea. Right, so... could I ask you who... there you are! You've come to curse me, haven't you? Don't try to hide it. You're a ghost. A ghost? She's very confused. Right. We mean you no harm, prisoner-san. Are you... Japanese, by any chance? This is beyond my wildest dreams. Oh my god. Oh, forgive me for that outburst before, I'm so sorry. Oh, it's fine, we're just a little surprised, that's all. Oh god, look at this. Dude, seriously, be careful, you're gonna break your teeth. Imagine it! It's been 12 long months since I left my hometown, and here I am, in a frightful fix in a foreign land. So hearing the sweet, sentimental tones of a compatriot's voice here in this damp, dark hellhole was a most monumentally moving moment. Ah, the 4 M's. We've all had that. Who could have guessed that this new client Lord Strongheart assigned to us would turn out to be a fellow Japanese? What compassion my fellow countrymen show. To dispatch a first-class lawyer all the way from Japan to defend a mere foreign student. Well, noble, nurturing, never-failing Nippon. First-class lawyer. Who wants to tell him, guys? You or me? Oh dear, I think there's been something of a misunderstanding here. I wonder, would you be so kind as to tell us what happened, and maybe also your name? You know? Why you've been detained as a suspect, for example? Yes, I can. I will. Sharp, stay sullen and silent. Oh god. Yikes, I know. I'm not quite sure I understand what he means, but he seems happy. He seems fucking off his trolley to me, but okay. He does, let's hope he actually has a good reason to be. Thank you for your cooperation. I am a lawyer, as you said. My name is Ryunosake Naruhodo. And I am Naruhodo-san's judicial assistant, Susato Mikotoba. I am a visiting student sent here by our government. Notably notoriously named Natsume. Sosuke Natsume. Okay, we have a name now. Thank goodness. Here, look at my lawyer's armband there. Yeah, look at this. Aye, see this? Yes, the symbol of our great empire's first-rate lawyers. Which means, of course, you'll stand by my side and you'll defend me. Oh, no, sorry, that wasn't why I was showing it to you. Oh, then why else would you show that to me? Ooh, in hindsight, that probably wasn't the best idea. Oh god. Oh god. Do you need a minute alone? Are you trying to squeeze one out? Because I can come back. I know these cells don't give you a lot of privacy, but... let's just talk. Let's distract him. So, Sosuke. Or would it be Soseki? I don't know how to pronounce that particular name. See, to me, I've always seen that as Sosuke, but I don't know. Anyway, Natsume-san, what an unusual name. Call me Sosuke, please. I'm a poet, you see, a writer of haiku. It's something of a nom de plume. So it should be Soseki? Okay. A nom de plume, you mean an alias? That's right, Naruhodo-san. No, don't be so prosaic. It's much more refined than that. And haiku, that really reminds me of home. Did I hear you say that you were a visiting student sent here by the government? Yes, that's right. A year ago I was told to go study English. First I had to suffer that misery, and now this. It's beyond the pale. Suffer that misery? Did you not want to study here? No, I mean, I've had an interest in Great Britain for some years, of course. Oh. But just because the government tells you to do something doesn't mean you can do it, no? What do you mean? If they told you to study English literature, that I could have understood. That's my field. But no, they told me to study the English language. Utterly, unbelievably, unjustly unreasonable. I see. Only the other day I was told to send a report about my first year here. I tendered a blank piece of paper. Wise words on white washi. Okay. You must be a man of great standing. Oh yes. So I'm often told. And often like to be told, it seems. So the accusations against you. Could you perhaps tell us exactly what you've been why you've been arrested, Soseki-san? I didn't do it! I didn't commit that atrocious murder! Murder? Oh no, it's alright. The woman didn't actually die, did she? But she was stabbed with a knife! Right before my eyes! Before your eyes? You mean you saw the attacker? Technically, you know, if somebody dies right before your eyes and you are the one that stabbed them, that's still technically a truth. To say, oh, they were stabbed right before my eyes. It's like, you stabbed them. Yes, but it happened right before my eyes. So, you know. I didn't see anyone. What? If I'd seen the person who did it, do you think I'd be locked up in here? Oh dear, it seems this case is becoming rather complicated. Why me? Why me? Why did that silly woman have to be stabbed in front of me? It's the curse of London. It's incredibly, inexcusably, irritatingly inconvenient. So, Soseki-san was there at the murder at the scene, but he didn't see an attacker. It's vital we find out more about the case. Yeah, no shit. Because right now, we got nothing. It was an accursed evening just after the snow had started to clear with the heavy fog. I'd been to the bookshop and bought some books. I was on my way back to my accursed lodgings. Sure, the bookshop wasn't accursed too. Oh, it was, and the books were accursed as well. Everything's cursed. As I was walking along that accursed pavement, see, I could make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman wearing a green overcoat she was, and just as I went to overtake her... Thump. Stab. She suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed onto the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet. The accursed cold, hard... Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Guys, he's malfunctioning. How terrible. I called out to the woman, but she didn't move. It was like a ghostly, ghoulish, grim graveyard. Jesus Christ. Somebody get this guy a cocktail shaker quick. He could make a really mean martini right now. There's a slight exaggeration there, perhaps. I was terrified. I had to get away from there. So I ran as fast as my legs would carry me back to my accursed lodgings. Oh, you fled the murder scene. Way to make our job harder. Thank you. That's not good. It's not a good look, I gotta say. They'll say it was shameful, I know, to run away like that. Hey, Alchemist! Damn the torpedoes and full steam ahead! How's it going, Al? Good to see you, dude. Tell me, Sosuke-san, was the victim an acquaintance... Oh, Soseki, sorry. Soseki-san, was the victim of an acquaintance of yours? Don't be ridiculous. Do you think I know any of these fair-haired English and a young woman at that? No, you don't strike me as a guy who really gets in with the ladies. I'm diffident, shy, timid, unsure. I can't talk to people. I see. A young woman unknown to Soseki-san. And at the time it happened, who else did you see nearby, and did anybody pass you? It's going, you're not streaming last week threw me off, though. I didn't know what to do, what day it was. Yeah, neither did I. I lost track of the days as well. I was like, what fucking day is it? I usually go by my stream schedule now, and I'm like, okay, so I last streamed that day. And then this one here, that makes this Thursday. So, yeah. Regrettably, apart from myself and the woman, I didn't see a soul. No one? Oh, great. Did you see anything that wasn't a soul? So the victim was unknown to you and there was nobody else on the street at the time. That creates something of a conundrum, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh god, Ryu! Huh? What does it? What conundrum? Oh, I don't know, maybe the fact that this guy was the only person around when the murder happened and fucking he's... yeah. Figure it out, dude. Ryu is a dense child. He really is. What do you mean, Susato-san? What's the conundrum? Well, if what Soseki-san has just told us is true, there's something I can't explain. He says that he didn't know the victim, and there was no one else on the scene, and then he apparently fled without having been seen. That is also a problem. Who then pointed the finger at him? I did! But if that's the case, surely this man has to be the culprit. Ah, you... What did you just say? I didn't. Nothing. I didn't say anything. God, he's making a martini again. Get this man a drink. Jesus. Oh, perhaps I thought that a little loudly. Yes, you have very loud thoughts, Ryu. This is happening a lot lately, and we need you to stop. Actually, that's not what was troubling me. What I was thinking was, how did Soseki-san actually come to be arrested? Sorry. He didn't touch the victim. Nobody at the scene to see him. How did the police ever discover that he was there in the first place? Getting some horse tranquilizer or something, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Not horse dewormer. He doesn't have COVID, but definitely a tranquilizer. You know, just make sure you get the right one from the right shelf in the, you know, in the horse store. You know, where the fuck do we get that from? Where do they buy that shit? I don't know. Anyway. Oh yes, she's right. It was him. That accursed great detective. He led the police to me. Oh no, not Holmes. Oh, not Sholmes, sorry. God, we're gonna get sued if I carry on doing that. Of all the bad luck. Accursed great detective. Could it be? I shall never forget that man's name as long as I live. with his haughty laugh and his self-proclaimed greatness. Brash, big-headed, busybody, begone! Oh, maybe you could... Oh, maybe you be cursed until the end of your days, Hairlock Sholmes. I knew it. Mr. Sholmes? Hairlock Sholmes. That damn German detective. Well, I didn't expect to hear that name from this man's lips, that's for sure. And we're gonna end up, I bet we're gonna catch up with the little girl with the, was it pink hair? The one who came to retrieve her device, that paint gun, no, the smoke bomb gun, that was it. The smoke bomb gun. I'm pretty sure she works with Holmes, or Sholmes, because she had similar kit to him, like the goggles and so on, just looked very similar. Hope Sholmes gets arrested for something. Oh, he will do eventually. You'll see. We'll have to prove him innocent then. You realise that, right? That's going to be galling. It was the morning after the nightmare had unfolded on the pavement before me. I was gnawing on a sliver of hard cheese when some men suddenly burst in through the door. If you have to gnaw on the cheese, that is some hard cheese. That's some dried out shit. They started shouting at me. This is the police! Put the weapon down! Yes, it was a thin sliver, and yes, it was hard, but I wasn't eating a weapon! Disgusting dietary discrimination devils! You clearly had a trying morning yesterday. And there he was in the middle of all the policemen, grinning like a Cheshire cat. That Hairlock Sholmes! It's actually Hairlock Sholmes. He's English. I've since found out that he's a famous name in detection here in London. Yes, the great detective is really very well known at being really bad at making actual deductions that work, and I have to keep coming along and fixing them, but okay. You could fail one case just for the heck of it. Don't tempt me. It'll be the first case of game 2 or something, and then they'll be like, yeah, but this game over. I don't care. And his overly sharp mind managed to deduce my whereabouts, apparently. He thinks I'm the knife-wielding madman. Me! This weak kitten of a man? I wonder what great deduction process led him to this conclusion this time. Do you mean to say that Mr. Sholmes' deduction was the only reason the police arrested you? That would be really most unreasonable, because he's really bad at them. That's why we save scum. Exactly. Well, the thing is, I was thrown into a panic when they barged their way in. Of course you were, it's only natural. I was terrified and trembling, and they kept throwing question after question at me in impossible English. Fiendish, foreign, flim-flammery! Well, we are in England. You can't really blame them for questioning you in English. Good point, but my mind went blank. I knew I had to answer, but I didn't know what to say. So I just kept repeating things like, yes, I do, I'm fine. Next thing I knew, I was in manacles. Before I knew it, I was thrown in here. Oh god. I kept saying things like, ¿Dónde está biblioteca? But in English. I don't even know how I did that. Yeah. Oh dear, I'm afraid that's hardly surprising. I'm fine. He's not fine now. Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Oh no, please, just Ryu. Yeah, you can just call me Naruhodo. No, Ryu. I've already spoken, Ryu. Tough. And when we're speaking English, a simple Mr. is more than enough. Oh yes, all right, yes, they've really got to me. This country is poisoning my mind. But please, I beg you to defend me in court tomorrow. You can tell them what really happened. You'll do it, won't you? Sure. Why? Why? Why is it so hard to say yes to me? Well, the thing is, I'm just a student like yourself. Now, don't tell him this. Just let him believe. Let him have hope. I'm on a study tour. A student? I have defended a case in the Old Bailey. Only the one, though. But at this moment in time, I really don't know what I'm supposed to believe in. I'm confused about what justice in this country even means. Oh, Naruhodo-san. I'm not even the foreign student who was supposed to be here. I'm the backup. I'm sort of a locum lawyer, I suppose. But the armband, that's the mark of a defense lawyer from our great empire. It's a keepsake from the man who should have been here. He was my best friend. A keepsake. I know exactly what you're saying about me. Oh, what do you mean? The lawyers, all the British defense lawyers, they won't defend me. Goodness, why? Why do you say that? For the same reason you noted before. When it happened, there was only the victim and myself around, and I ran from the scene of the crime. I'm not a fool. I know what it looks as though I must be the culprit. It must be very hard for you, Soseki-san. And anyway, I'm a student from overseas. I'm just a foreign nobody to them, someone not to be trusted. I heard them openly laughing about me before, in my earshot, without any compunction at all. Any trial for this man would be a waste of time, they said, and of course the foreigner did it. They even had the gall to say the man doesn't understand half of what's being said anyway. That's awful. They're wrong. I've studied more English than half of the policemen out there on the streets. I've travelled halfway around the world to learn about these people's country and its great history. But no one here wants to listen to a man with a strange accent. They all hate me. So at the very least, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who can listen to me in my native tongue. You could do it, couldn't you? When I look into your eyes, I can see it. I can see what you've been through. Soseki-san, it's just that you're a bit fucking crazy, dude. Just a bit fucking weird. I don't know about this. You're just a bit fucking weird. Give me a little time, please. I'll do what I can for the time being. What do you mean? We shall investigate the case as thoroughly as possible. If we can find some clues, it will give us a much better chance, I'm sure. Oh yes, yes, thank you. I'll be here, all alone, waiting for you, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Good, now you work on that constipation while we're gone, yeah? Maybe get the guards to give you some laxatives, you know? I don't know what they would use in the oldie days for laxatives, but tell them to get you plenty of it. We should be going then, Naruhodo-san. We have a case to prepare for. There we got nothing. Soap up one's bum. Oh shit, I showed him the thing again. No, 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 no. I've already done this. Alright. Yeah, I mean, soap up the bum might help. But, I mean, he is in prison as well. That could be his only solution at this point. I don't know. Right, let's go to Briar Road. And how's it going now, Ken? Good to see you, dude. How's life treating you? Ah, London. Look at the wobbly, wibbly buildings. And that, oh god, that bike, that's tragic. A good old enema, yes. So this is where it happened, Briar Road. Ah, look, Mr. Naruhodo. It be the bobbies. Look at that regulation metal helmet, it's unmistakable. The men of Scotland Yard are here, so they're investigating as we speak. See, they've even got the snowman to put his hands up. You know, if they found this snowman a little suspicious, like, you put your hands up where we can see them. Alright, sorry. Fucking hell. I'm fine, heard you staying, just moved out, etc. Yep, I've I've moved back in with my parents now for a while. This is a stopgap while I'm waiting to hear back about my immigration to Canada. And yeah. How long before you move to Canadian land? I don't know yet. We're hoping not much longer because I haven't been approved yet. My application is still in process. So yeah, I have to wait back to hear from that first. But yeah, when was it? Saturday? I spent my first official night here at this house. Yeah, and I've unboxed a couple of things already, so we're getting there. So yeah, it's TBD basically. Yeah, that is their job, you know. But Mr. Naruhodo, to see one with my own eyes. They're often depicted in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, but I never dreamt I'd come this close. To be a real Bobby, or to a real Bobby's helmet. What? The helmet? She likes the helmet, guys. Of course. I have to try one on one day. Actually, sorry, but that would be illegal. So, yeah. Well, I hope your hatty dreams come true. Oh, here he is. Inspector Fish and Chips. What's the Japanese delegation doing here? You told us to come here. Oh, Inspector Gregson. This isn't on the tourist trail, as I'm fairly sure you're well aware. You could go for some fish and chips, right? It's making me want fish and chips now. This guy is actually making me want fish and chips. It really is. It's illegal to wear a Bobby's helmet. Well, I mean, it would be like impersonation. So you can wear the fake ones, but not a real police officer's ones. It's one of those weird old laws where it's like also it's illegal to knock one off their heads or something. Although technically that would be anyway, because that would be disorderly conduct. If you know. But yeah, I think it's one of those really weird old laws where it's like a real regulation policeman's helmet. If you're not a policeman, you can't wear it. It's like flashing a badge, you know, being like, at that point you're basically attempting to pass yourself off as a police officer, which is illegal. So yes, of course, we're here to investigate. So you've been to the holding cells then? What do you make of the criminal? Fucking insane, dude. That's what I make of him. He's not a criminal as you put it, Inspector. He's a suspect. We'll see about that. You Japanese like to stick together, I suppose. Wow. Okay, UKIP, pump the brakes. Jesus. Well, do what you will. It doesn't bother me. The bloke's in court tomorrow, whatever happens, and the verdict's a foregone conclusion. The stone-cold air of rejection. Take heart. London at this time of year is full of stone-cold air. That makes it worse somehow. So fucking stone cold out here, Steve Austin's gonna crack open a 6-pack of Budweiser. Any minute now. Alright, let's chat to the dude. So, how's old Scotland Yard? Tell me about Scotland Yard, Inspector. Ever since I read about it in The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, I've been fascinated by the place. The Yard is the most sophisticated policing organization you'll find anywhere in the world, ma'am. Oh, and you know, I've always dreamt of wearing a real Bobby's helmet. It does make them look the part, seeing that police there with his helmet on. You certainly get the sense that this is a man who will take no nonsense in his duty to protect the city. Watch what you say about the Texas Rattlesnake. Hey, I like Steve Austin. I thought he was great. He was one of my favorite wrestlers. And he became a pretty good actor as well. Although, I don't think he's acted in a lot of stuff that I've seen lately, but he was good in the stuff I did watch. Oh, yes. Doesn't he look wonderful? Being a London Bobby is hard going, I can tell you. Oh, really? First thing in the morning, you know what he does? Goes round and rouses up all the labourers on his beat so they can get off to work. Well, he wakes people up. Yep, raps on the windows with a long pole. Did it myself going back a bit. I don't know if that's actually really a thing or not. He's a pretty cool guy in general. Yeah, that's what I understand as well. He's quite a decent person. Like, the stage show they put on in wrestling is one thing, but the guy behind it is a decent guy. So, that's always good. I had no idea. The Bobby works for the people of the town. It's just another one of his duties. There were alarm clocks. After that, he starts tirelessly patrolling the streets all day long. He has to cover 20 miles a day. That's the regulation distance. I can't really imagine how far that is, but it sounds like a long way. It's a fair bit. Let me see. 20 miles, that's approximately the distance from Tokyo to Yokohama. On foot? That's definitely taking things a step too far. A step too far. Get it? Wow. And when it gets dark, of course, he has the important job of lighting all the street gas lamps. I knew that much. And then they've got to snuff them out at a certain time of day as well. Yeah, that's it. Wrestling is all an act anyway, exactly. It's all stage show and theatre. And I mean, the physicality of it is very real. You know, and the danger of it is real. There's a bit like Darren Drozdoff, for instance, who got... I watched that match where he got paralysed from the neck down, you know. And I think he passed away a couple of years ago, didn't he? But he was in a match against Edge, and it was one of Edge's first matches. Like, I think it was his second match, like, on actual televised matches. Yeah. But yeah, that's it. The characters are just the characters. But I remember watching that match because Edge, like, finished the match in 2 minutes flat. They were putting him up there as the new guy that was going to come in and do the match super fast and get the F out because he was all high-flying theatrics and stuff. And he jumped over the rope while Drozdoff was down on the mats at the side of the ring. He'd thrown him outside, and then he did like a flip over the ropes, and he was going to bring his legs down to land on top of him, like on his shoulders, and knock him down to the ground. But when he came down, his thigh went plunk on the top of Drozdoff's head, and you just saw his head go like a weird angle, like clunk, and he broke his neck, and he was paralyzed from the waist down. You know, like after that. That was pretty severe. Like, they had to come and get the stretcher to get him out after the match, and that wasn't supposed to be the end of the match. There was supposed to be a few more minutes of it at least, apparently, from what I read in the book anyway. So yeah, that was pretty bad. The danger's real, and you need to be an athlete. And when you throw people onto the floor, it will hurt. Not as much as it looks like, but it's going to hurt a little bit. They need to learn how to do all that. I remember the Wrestling Academy thing they did. There's like a reality fly-on-the-wall thing, like an audition show. And it gave you the behind-the-scenes look at how they prepare for matches and how they learn to take a bump, as they called it, where they drop down. And we all remember Owen Hart, yeah. Oh god, yeah, that was awful to hear about. I had a friend who made fun of that, and, well, needless to say, I had a friend who made fun of that. Yeah, that was not cool of him, because, I mean, Owen Hart was always playing a heel at that point, although he was doing the blue blazer. That's what he was dressed up as when he died. He came down on the zip line and it broke. But, yeah, so he was trying. That was going to be like a surprise reveal, apparently, later on in their productions. They were going to, just to try to boost his image. It was going to be one of those weird things, you know, that they were going to do. And yeah, he went, and that was awful. I remember the funeral episode they did for him as well. It was pretty tear-jerking. Anyway, let's back to this. Back to this now. Now we've brought the tone all the way down. Let's go back. When it gets dark, of course, he has the... Oh, we already read that one. Oh my. I suppose in between all of those duties, the Bobbies are expected to investigate cases as well. So when they're not lighting the street lamps and waking people up to get down the coal mines or whatever, or work at the shipyards by rapping on the windows at 5 in the morning, yeah. Maybe investigate criminalities. And chase after criminals trying to evade the law. I'm not sure you could call it in between exactly, more alongside, but yes. They're expected to handle those jobs as well. We do have men keeling over from time to time, I admit. Jesus. I'd always dreamt of wearing one of those helmets, as I said. She's really angling. Can I wear his helmet, please? But it's with a heavy heart that I shall have to relinquish that dream to you, Mr. Naruhodo. Your heavy heart will be my heavy head if you do. Thought the window knockers were a whole different profession. Yeah, I wondered that. I mean, I know about them lighting and snuffing out the lamps, especially not just when they were gas, but when they used to be candle lamps. They used to have to go and snuff them out, you know, like with the long pole and everything. But yeah, the gas lamps, they all needed turning on and off at the actual base, and it was all locked up, so the cops had the keys for them, so that nobody could, like, create dark patches in the streets. So the cops were the ones that went and turned them on and off. It happened at around 5 in the evening 2 days ago, there on that open bit of pavement. The victim, a young woman, was stabbed with a blade from behind. Is it right that the lady is still unconscious now? You mentioned that she's been treated in hospital. I never said she was a lady. Truth is, unless she comes around pretty smartish, we won't be able to find out much about her at all. I suppose that means they haven't been able to take a statement from her, of course. Here's a map of the local area I happen to have on me. Really? Are you sure? It's Yard's policy to give lawyers defending suspects the odd bit of information to go on. I haven't actually accepted the job yet, but still. Thank you, Inspector. We gratefully accept. That would have been really funny if he was like, here's a map of the local area I have. And we're like, oh, thank you. He's like, wait, I'm not giving it to you. I'm just showing it to you. Look, I've got one. Where's yours? You want his magic fish and chips? Yes! Right? Just infinite, bottomless fish and chips. I mean, it's England, so we have an inexhaustible supply. Well, actually, no, we don't anymore, thanks Brexit. But, yeah. Anyway, as far as we know, there was no one else on the scene other than the victim and your fellow countrymen. So, who did it, do you think? Not much of a head-scratcher, is it? Well, I mean, there would have been a third person there, just someone he didn't see. Well, I know Mr. Natsume is also claiming not to have seen anyone else around, but just because he didn't see anyone, it doesn't mean we can be sure that there was no one else present. I'm sorry to have to tell you, but we most certainly can be sure. How? Because, ma'am, the precise moment of the stabbing didn't go unnoticed. What? We have 2 very reliable witnesses, no less, so there were people around. You've literally just proven the point we were making. Ah. It was a typical foggy London day and your client obviously didn't see them. There were witnesses now. Who be these witnesses so I can go silence them? Who are the witnesses, Inspector? A fellow and his wife, and the man's one of the most reliable and respected citizens in all of London. Ah, yeah, we've already met one of those. He was a right slime bag. Oh, he's a copper from Scotland Yard. Oh, so he is a slime bag then, okay. Oh. A policeman. That might change things. And this policeman just happened to be there at the exact moment the woman was attacked. Nothing peculiar about that, ma'am. Part and parcel of being a bobby, catching them banging the act and all. Yeah, but then why didn't the guy arrest the guy? Why didn't he give chase and arrest? Why was he patrolling with his wife? What the fuck? Do you think it might be possible for us to ask the policeman a few questions? Be my guest, you can ask him what you like. In court tomorrow. Oh, you clever boy. I have no doubt he'll be summoned as a witness. So that'll give you something to look forward to. Oh, well then. He's got no intention of letting us meet the man beforehand, it seems. A policeman witnessed the incident? As your judicial assistant, I must warn you that this could make your job very difficult indeed. Thanks, Sato. Yes, and as a non-judicial assistant, I could have warned me about that too. Oh yes, one more thing, Inspector. What? The person who led you to the suspect, I hear it was Mr. Herlock Sholmes. What are you bringing him up for? Was it something I said? The colour drained from his cheeks. Well, the guy's a rival, kind of. Anyway, let's do tomorrow's trial first. That twitchy Japanese bloke goes on trial tomorrow. Are you going to defend him or not? Well, that's between me and him. Attorney-client confidentiality prohibits me from actually confirming that. Although technically, I just did by telling you it's attorney-client confidentiality. Fuck. Makes no difference to me, but I will just say this. No London lawyer worth his salt would touch the case with a barge pole. Because the prosecution is being handled by the Reaper of the Bailey, you mean? There's no way to save the man now. It's a waste of time trying. It is all a bit strange, though. Sorry. The Reaper. He hasn't appeared in court once for a good few years now. Yeah, he retired and then he came back due to circumstances that were mysterious. We heard something to that effect. And the only people he usually bothers with are the real scum, the master criminals and the violent ones. Yeah, because I got I got a sense that McGilded and the Reaper have history. You know, like when he said something about to him like, "It's been a pleasure, Mr. Reaper," and bye-bye and all that kind of stuff. You know, it seemed like he was taunting him. Like, "Not this time, haha, I got away." The master criminals. The violent ones. That's right, he handpicks his victims or only deals with those guaranteed to go to the gallows for their sins. But Mr. Natsume wouldn't hang for what he's accused of, surely. But that's just my point, Sunshine. Yes, the young woman was stabbed, but it didn't kill her. Couldn't even say the intent was there. Though this isn't the sort of case I'd be expecting the Reaper to want to sink his teeth into, for want of a better phrase. Almost sounds like the backstory of a wrestler just disappears and comes back for mysterious reasons. Yeah, pretty much is. It's like, I realize my work isn't finished in the ring. I have to return.